Jules, let's start, shall we, with Neymar. He's in trouble, isn't he? PSG not happy he didn't turn up for the first day of training.
Yeah, it was today, this morning at 8:45 a.m. in Paris, and there was no Neymar. There was pretty much everyone else, but no Neymar. And the club later in the day, much later in the day, released a statement saying that they were basically disappointed and they were looking at sanctions for Neymar for not turning up. Neymar's dad, Neymar Sr., was saying that the club knew that he was never going to go back on July the 8th, but on July the 15th, which again, the club denied knowing about it and saying that there's a problem. And that all comes back to the sort of new dynamic around the club, that they want to be tougher with the players' attitude, the players' behavior. If you're late and not report to training, you're going to get a fine or a sanction or something. Whereas before, in the past, it was pretty much, like people wanted to do whatever they wanted, especially big stars like Neymar, and they were getting away with it. Not anymore, and that's clearly the prime example of the sort of new discipline at the club.
It's all a bit embarrassing, though, isn't it, Jules, to be playing out this public?
It is, and obviously, he also has with it the whole last, 2 or 3 weeks with Neymar not wanting to be in Paris anymore anywhere and wanting to go back to Barcelona. Barcelona making public that Neymar wants to go back what he called home. PSG opening the door, but still officially saying that at the moment nothing is happening and he has to come back for pre-season and he's still a PSG player. So all that is a big mess that actually doesn't reflect well on anyone. Not PSG, not Neymar, not anyone else either, and you do wonder how it will get sorted out and when, and what's the outcome of it. Will Neymar ever come back to Paris? Will he come back, as his father says, on July the 15th, and for how long? Because by then maybe Barcelona and PSG would have an agreement for Neymar's transfer. It's really hard to tell, and it's not the ideal preparation for PSG going into a season that in many ways will be very, very important for them.
Meanwhile, he might be just hanging out playing Fortnite with Antoine Griezmann, who is also facing a fine from his club after not turning up for pre-season at Atleti.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Antoine Griezmann is doing right now. Probably playing a lot of, as you said, Fortnite, playing basketball in his garden, or whatever he's doing. But he's certainly not training and doing pre-season with Atletico Madrid. Again, today, he wasn't there, like in the last 3 days. And Atletico, rightly so, I guess, getting really frustrated by Griezmann not being there. But not so much Griezmann not being there, but Barcelona still not having paid the release clause of 120 million euros. And we know about the disagreement between the two clubs. Atletico Madrid really feeling harshly done by Barcelona and Griezmann, who negotiated his move back in March, so a few months ago, which is not something that really you do, and it's actually something not legal in the FIFA laws. So all of that is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think for everyone's sake, and you and me, Dan, as well, the sooner Barca paid that release clause, and the better it would be for all of us.